Hi, everyone. Welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the word of the Lord. Today I'm going to be speaking about the feast day of Saint John, Apostle and Evangelist. When I was reading a little bit about him, he seems to stand out from the other apostles in many ways. He's believed to be the author of the Gospel of St. John, 3 letters in the New Testament, John 1, 2, and 3, and the book of Revelation. There are times where he's referred to not as John, but as the one whom Jesus loved. And according to what I've read, he outlived the other apostles, dying around the year 101. And he's the only apostle who died from natural causes rather than a martyr. So his writing is very symbolic and reflective and sometimes considered mystical. So what I thought was interesting about it is that he's not known for his preaching or his leadership. He's known for his closeness. He leaned against Jesus at the Last Supper. He stood at the foot of the cross when many others ran away, and Jesus entrusted him with his own mother, Mary. So when John writes the words later in life, he isn't speaking from theory. He's speaking from someone who walked with Jesus, lived beside him, and stayed with him through suffering, loss, and time. By the time John writes this letter, he's an elder in the church and decades have passed. The early Christian communities are growing, but they're facing confusion. And some people are beginning to claim that Jesus wasn't really human and that his life was symbolic or spiritual and not real. And he says, no, this was real life. Let's listen. Beloved, what was from the beginning, what we have heard, what we have seen with our eyes, what we looked upon and touched with our hands, concerns the word of life. For the life was made visible. We have seen it and testified to it, and proclaim to you the eternal life. That was with the Father, and was made visible to us. What we have seen and heard, we proclaim now to you, so that you too may have this fellowship with us. For our fellowship is with the Father, and with the Son, Jesus Christ. We are writing this so that our joy may be complete. So he's saying to people, I heard his voice. I watched him eat, laugh, pray. I touched his hands, broke bread together. John wants us to know that God came close enough to be touched. And he tells us why he's sharing this, so that we may proclaim what we have seen and heard, so that you may have the same fellowship with us. Faith for John was never meant to be private or done in isolation. It was meant to be shared as an invitation, as an encounter to this relationship. Relationship leads to joy. It's not fear, not perfection. So on this feast day, St. John reminds us that faith isn't about having all of the answers. It's about staying close, listening, and loving. And that same invitation is received by John, is extended to all of us. Stay close and stay with Christ. I think journal prompts that would go along with this would be, where in my life have I felt that God was with me, that I've seen or experienced him even quietly or unexpectedly? What parts of my faith feel lived or real, not just learned? And how might God be inviting me to share hope or joy with someone else? I hope that this message resonated with you, and if you feel like a friend could use some encouragement, please feel free to pass it along. And don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.